Imagine stumbling upon a 7,000-year-old secret, a window into a world we thought was lost forever. That's exactly what happened in 1982 in northern Florida. A construction project accidentally unearthed the Windover Bog, a site that would completely change our understanding of North America's earliest inhabitants. This wasn't just another dig. The peat bog's unique, waterlogged, oxygen-free environment preserved things that almost never survive. We're talking about a level of preservation that archaeologists dream of. When researchers began to carefully excavate, they found a cemetery, a final resting place for people who lived 7,000 years ago. But they found more than just bones. They found soft tissue, hair, and even fragments of clothing made from plant fibers. In one of the most incredible discoveries of all, they found preserved brain tissue in nearly 100 skulls. This was a game changer. For the first time, scientists could study the actual nerve tissue of people from this ancient period. They could look for evidence of diseases, study how these individuals developed, and understand age-related changes in a way that skeletons alone could never reveal. It was like having a 7,000-year-old medical chart. The Windover people have completely reshaped our ideas about prehistoric life. We used to think of early hunter-gatherers as constantly on the move, roaming vast territories. But the evidence from Windover suggests something different. This community seems to have been relatively settled, living in one place for long periods. Their entire world was centered around the lake and wetlands they called home. Tools made from bone and wood, intricately woven textiles, and dietary evidence all point to a deep connection with this specific environment. They were experts at living off the land and water around them. What's truly touching, though, is what the site tells us about their society. The skeletons show evidence of healed fractures and serious injuries. Some individuals had lived for years with significant disabilities that would have made it impossible to survive alone. This is powerful evidence of community care. These weren't people who left the weak behind. They supported and cared for one another. They had an organized social structure, a real community. The burials themselves also tell a story. This wasn't a random graveyard. People of all ages, from infants to elders, were buried with care and intention in a specific area along the old shoreline. They were often placed in woven bags or laid on textiles, and sometimes buried with personal items. These weren't just disposals. They were rituals. These were established funeral practices that show a shared cultural identity and a deep sense of social connection. The Windover site is more than just an archaeological find. It's a human story written in the earth. It offers a rare, intimate look at the lives, health, and beliefs of a community that thrived thousands of years ago. It reminds us that long before the pyramids, complex societies with rich cultures were flourishing right here in North America. The people of Windover weren't just surviving. They were living full, interconnected lives, caring for their sick, honoring their dead, and building a home. Their legacy, preserved by chance in a Florida bog, continues to teach us about the resilience and complexity of the human journey.